Hey, this is JD Frost. Welcome to the Daily Ledger podcast. Thank you so much for listening. Please subscribe to this podcast, write a review. That would be very, very helpful. And also, if you are just starting to listen to this and haven't followed me on Instagram yet, please follow me at jdfrost.today. Today, we are talking about the power of day one. And on the last episode, we were talking about daily actions. Daily one consists of daily reminders, daily actions, and daily accountability. And we got a little series here going, talking about each one of those with some specific stories, reflections, thoughts that I have on each one of those parts of day one. Day one is extremely powerful. It helps you to stay present, and it is a mindset. It's a mindset that every day is a new day, and that it doesn't matter what kind of streak you're on. It doesn't matter how good yesterday was. It is remaining stoic as much as possible through any situation that's happening during the day. Day one consists of these three steps: daily reminders, actions, and accountability. Last episode, we were covering actions, and specifically that is the daily ledger. That's writing down what you're grateful for, writing down what will make today great, writing down the goal for the day, your 3 targets, as well as your big, hairy, audacious goals twice a day. Today, we're going to be talking about the daily reminders. And when I think about a daily reminder, the thing that comes to mind for me in my journey of sobriety is my chip that I carry with me on a daily basis. The chip is a reminder that I can only control the things that I can control. And on that chip, it has the serenity prayer, which is, God, grant me the serenity to accept the things I cannot change, to change the things I can, and to have the wisdom to know the difference between the two of those. And that prayer actually keeps going even more. And I might get it a little bit wrong, but the most significant part to me is it says, living one moment at a time, enjoying one day at a time, and recognizing that our hardships are a pathway to peace. They're the pathway to peace, the only way to peace. And I think that if you're like me, I've been looking for a way to find peace for a long period of time. And this concept of day one and these reminders is what has helped me to find peace in my business, peace in my family, peace in my own head. And after all, I think that finding that peace is a part of financial freedom, complete financial freedom. So this chip that I carry around with me has that serenity prayer on there, and that's reminding me to live one moment at a time, one day at a time, and to not get too far ahead of myself. And another way that I do that on a daily basis, another reminder that I have of day one on a daily basis, is at the top of my daily ledger, I write down day one. I remind myself, I literally write down day one at the top of my journal every single day. What that does is it just simply reminds me, hey, day one. I've got to write it down to reprogram my brain that today is day one. So I've got the chip that's a reminder of day one. I am writing it down at the top of my journal every single day. And whenever I'm talking to one of my mentors, when I'm talking to one of my coaches, when I'm talking to some of our team, and either something really, really good has happened, or something really, really bad has happened, or we have some new challenge, or we have an upset client, we'll look at each other and we'll just say, day one. It's just a reminder that we got to keep moving forward. We got to keep moving onward, no matter what is happening, whether it's a really good thing or it's a really bad thing. It is still day one. We got to stay present. And I think that these reminders And these affirmations to remind us and to affirm the fact that we are all still in the present time is extremely important. And this is like really, really deep stuff. I feel a little bit over the top continuing to talk about it like I am, but it's so important. If you can get yourself to a place where you're not worried about the future, where you're not worried about what happened in the past, where you're not worried about whether something good or bad is going to happen, are you going to arrive? Are you going to finally get to that place where I have arrived, I'm finally successful, I finally achieved everything that I wanted to? You never do. You never do. There's always going to be that other challenge. There's always going to be that next obstacle that's in your way, that one thing that you didn't expect, that one thing that you didn't plan for. The power of day one enables you to be able to deal with those situations. I got a raise, day one. My house burned down, day one. No matter what it is, my daughter just had a wreck. Gosh, I hope that doesn't happen. Day one. The dog peed on the carpet. Day one. I literally have to tell myself that on a regular basis because we have a puppy in our house. But it is a reminder each day by saying it to myself, saying it to somebody else, writing it down at the top of the journal, or when I put my hand in my pocket and I feel that chip. It's reminding me that I'm sober today. I have the ability to overcome obstacles if I stay present, if I control what I can control. And if you want one of these reminders, we would love for you to have a chip that we provide you. It's got day one on it, Croft and Frost. We would love for you to participate with us and have this with you. It has nothing to do with AA, it has nothing to do with sobriety. So hopefully you're not struggling with it. But if you are struggling with staying present, if you're struggling with overcoming obstacles, if you feel like that you have, you've kind of hit a roadblock that you're not able to move onward, we'd love for you to be a part of this and to get this reminder. So if you click the link that's in the podcast description, you can book a call with me for some accountability, which we're going to talk about in the next episode. Or you can click the link to get one of these chips and to be a part of day one, to be a part of this with us, to have reminders with you all the time, keeping you present and helping you to overcome these obstacles, helping you to eliminate any doubt, any fear, any loneliness or isolation that you might be feeling. As I know how you feel, I've been there myself. And that's why I started to practice all these different parts of day one in order to be able to overcome those obstacles. So thank you so much for listening to this podcast. I really appreciate it. It means a lot to me. I'm JD Frost, and this is a Daily Ledger podcast. Please write a review for us and click those links in the podcast description to be a part of day one.